Hello everyone, I'm Alex of Vending Machine Support. In this video, I'm going to show you, as a new vending machine operator, what are the top 3 things you should check if your dollar bill acceptor is not working. Let's get started. It's very common for a new vending machine operator to be a bit intimidated or nervous about their vending equipment, especially if something is not operating as you intended. Now, a dollar bill acceptor is a unit inside your vending machine that will take a paper note and convert it into a vend credit, such as a $1 bill, a $5 bill, a 10 or a 20, whatever the unit's programmed for. It will take that bill in, apply the credit to the machine for the customer to make a purchase. Now, we've interacted with dollar bill acceptors usually daily throughout our lives. For example, car washes, those are dollar bill acceptors. Self-checkouts in the grocery store or the hardware store or any sort of store nowadays where they have self-checkouts, those will have dollar bill acceptors on them. So just like on your vending machines, we have dollar bill acceptors. Now, this is a Mars VN dollar bill acceptor. This is a particular model of a dollar bill acceptor. So the first thing you want to check why your dollar bill acceptor isn't working is, does it have power? Now, to harken back to a great little sitcom called the IT Crowd, we're basically going to try this. We're going to turn it off and back on again. Now, the reason why we're going to do that is we're going to listen to see if the dollar bill acceptor has a boot up sequence. Now, these units, when they first power up, will go through a sequence where they'll run their belts and run the stacker, which pushes the bills into the bill box right here. So we're going to listen for that to determine, does it actually cycle up or operate its boot sequence. Now, a lot of dollar bill acceptors will have lights on the front of them to let you know that they're ready to take bills. So you may walk up to your machine and you put a dollar bill in and it does nothing, even though your lights are flashing. Well, we still might want to try power cycling that unit, because someone could have put a bill in and yanked it out and now everything's out of sequence. So it's always a good thing to power cycle the dollar bill acceptor and listen for its boot up sequence. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use this Vending 621 behind me here. So on this machine, the power is located at the bottom left-hand side. Now on your machine, the power switch or on and off switch is going to be located depending on the manufacturer. It may be on the bottom left-hand side, it may be on the bottom right side, it may be on the right-hand side on the panel, or maybe it's just a harness you have to disconnect and reconnect in order to reapply power to your control board. But you're going to want to find that is, and last but not least, if you can't find the on and off switch, you can always unplug the machine from the wall and then back in again if you can reach the plug. If not, you might want to find the breaker for that outlet, trip the breaker, and you might want to have someone help you with this, because we are going to need to listen for something inside the machine. So we need to be right at the machine when we turn the power back on. Now, the dollar bill acceptor in this machine is going to be located on the top left-hand side on the inside of the door here. So we have a Conlux dollar bill acceptor. This is a CV3. So we're going to listen for the dollar bill acceptor boot up sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the power off. I'm going to wait a few seconds, and then I'm going to listen for the dollar bill acceptor and turn the power back on. Turn it on. Okay, that's the coin changer there. Now next we're going to have the bill acceptor coming up right there. Okay, so what we heard, the first noise we heard there was the coin changer. When the bill acceptor actually came up, what we heard was the belt motor activating. So it is your drive belts that would pull the bill in, and the next sound we heard was the stacker motor stacking into the bill stacker. So if we heard just your cycle belts and not the bill stacker, that could be an issue. Or if we heard nothing, then we need to investigate a little bit further. So obviously we heard everything on this machine was fine when the bill acceptor boot up. But some of the things you're going to want to check if you turn the power on and your bill acceptor does not power cycle. Main thing is going to check is going to be the harness. Now, some bill acceptors, depending on the manufacturer, will have detachable harnesses. This Mars VN dollar bill acceptor, for example, actually has a harness that can be detached from the unit. I've seen these a lot of times somehow work their way out or not be fully seated. So it is keyed, so it only goes in one direction. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this sits in there properly and it's fully seated. Now, the other end of that harness is going to lead to the male and female side of the MDB plugs on your vending machine. Again, this is if you're running an MDB style machine. So a little bit more information about MDB, I have a video that I'll link above and the description below that talks about the MDB daisy chain. Now, you want to make sure that we got this plugged into the machine as well as the coin changer to ensure that we've got a complete connection. We are getting power down to the dollar bill acceptor. Now, some dollar bill acceptors do not have any sort of detachable harness. They're a full set-in harness. Now, in this Conlux MBM, older style here, this actually has a zip tie that kind of holds the harness in place, so I can't even pull this out. So the only place we're really going to check here is to determine if I have these two male and female sides of my MDB plug connected. So that's going to be step number one. Is your dollar bill acceptor getting power? Best way to do that is power cycle your machine to get the boot up sequence to operate on your dollar bill acceptor to determine is it cycling up correctly as intended. So that's step one. Now, the second thing you're going to want to look at inside your vending machine if your dollar bill acceptor is not working is have a look at your coin changer. Now, the coin changer has a relationship with the dollar bill acceptor, and that relationship is the dollar bill acceptor is reliant upon the coin changer because this is the unit that will pay back any change that is due to the customer from an overcredit. For example, let's say you have stuff inside your machine for 50 cents. The customer puts in a $1 bill, they get a dollar credit, they buy the 50-cent item, they're now due back 50 cents in change, and that change is going to come from the coin changer. Now, there are sensors in the coin changer that will look at the coin tubes that will prevent the dollar bill acceptor from actually taking any bills if the coin changer or the board does not believe that there is enough change in the coin changer to return a full credit refund. Now, most coin changers will have a nickel, dime, and quarter tube on them. Now, you may have a 4-tube, you may have a 5-tube, you may have a 6-tube, or you more likely are going to have a 3-tube coin changer like this coin changer here. Now, this is a TRC 6000, it's a bit of an older coin changer, but we've got 3 tubes. We've got a nickel, dime, and a quarter tube. We must have change in these tubes in order for the dollar bill acceptor to work and get its enable signal. Technically, you need to have a minimum of 12 coins in each tube to enable the signal to the dollar bill acceptor to get it to take a dollar bill. That is bare minimums. My recommendation is that you make sure that you have a roll of nickels, dimes, and quarters. Now, if you have a 4-tube coin changer that's got 2 quarter tubes, 1 nickel tube, 1 dime tube, we need to make sure we at least have a roll of quarters in just one of those quarter tubes. Again, make sure we have stuff in the nickel and the dime tube. Now, you want to make sure that you have the coins in the coin tubes. Now, there's actually 2 ways to load change to the coin tubes. One way is to actually drop the coins into the notch at the very top of the coin tubes. That's one way. Now, the other way I want to do is actually a way I prefer most customers do it, and actually it's going to be done through a tube fill mode. Now, I have a video that'll explain a lot about the tube fill mode and go a little bit more in depth about the sensors on the coin changer. I'll link above and put a link in the description below about that. It's about calling the tube fill mode on most vending machines. So step 2, when you check if your dollar bill acceptor is not working on your vending machine, is to make sure you have change in your coin changer. If you'd like to help support the Vending Machine support channel, I really appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. If you'd like to extend that support, in the description below, I have some affiliate links. For example, I currently have an affiliate link to the Nayax online store where you can purchase a credit card reader such as this VPOS Touch and other accessories. If you use the coupon code VMS at checkout, you'll receive a discount and I will be compensated slightly at no extra cost to you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the topic at hand. Now, the third thing you want to look for inside your vending machine if your dollar bill acceptor is not working is to see if your bill path is jammed with something. Now, as a new vending machine operator, you're going to be amazed at all the manner of foreign objects that will find their way inside your dollar bill acceptor. Be it tape, a Band-Aid, a playing card, a credit card, pennies, paper clips, toothpaste, all sorts of things will find their way inside your dollar bill acceptor. So with that, there are actually things that you can do to remove these foreign objects inside your dollar bill acceptor that may gum up the system. And yes, gum has been found inside dollar bill acceptors. So for example, I got a few of these bill acceptors. I'm going to show you how to remove the bottom housings and the bill boxes to be able to remove those foreign objects. Now on a Mars VN dollar bill acceptor, we're going to start off with removing the actual bill box. Now there's a little blue tab here, blue or yellow tab depending on the model, that you push forward and you lift up and you can detach the bill box. Now on the back of the unit is our actual stacker. Now usually what we'll find bills that get stuck right here. Now on a Mars VN dollar bill acceptor, there's actually a little bar that we can lift up and pull back, which will expose the entire bill path cavity and this part. So here, if we had anything stuck inside our bill validator right here, we could simply remove those units. And this just snaps back into place. And we'll put the bill box back on. Now on a Conlux NBM, a little bit the same. We've got a latch here, allows us to pull the bill box off, exposing the back part of our stacker. And then we've got these two cinch things here, cinch latches here that we can pull back and remove the bottom housing. Again, exposing the bottom path of the bill acceptor and any foreign objects that may be caught here or here. We can then remove those units and clean as necessary. And we'll put this back in, it snaps closed. And we'll put the bill box back on, like that. Well, the next one is going to be a Coinco. Now most Coinco models are the same. Again, this is a BP4SX. And again, we've got a bill box that we can attach. Now this one has got these little squeeze tabs that allows us to open up, but there's this tab right here that if we push this forward and lift up, we can remove the bill box. Now with the bill box removed, we can see the stacker. And what we're going to do here is at the bottom of most Coincos, there's going to be a little tab or a button that we need to press in. And if we press in and pull back, we can pull out the bottom housing. And then there we're going to see access to the bottom cavity of the dollar bill acceptor and remove any foreign objects we might see there. And there here, we'll put the bill box back on. And again, that just slides in and locks into place. So that is the third thing to check, and that is quite frequent that you'll find in vending machines, especially if your machine is exposed to the elements where anybody off the street can come by and start putting things in your machine. It's just part of the business. You're going to find things inside your bill acceptor, as well as you're going to find interesting things inside your coin changer. So I hope that's useful for you. The top 3 things that I would check for and you should check for if your dollar bill acceptor is not working inside your vending machine. Now, if you found this video useful, I appreciate it if you can like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until then, I'll see you on the next video. Take care.